Welcome back to toya.dtv. Alright, y'all. We're going to jump straight into it. It's been a lot of controversy, a lot of talk, a lot of everything happening. So, we are on Season 5, Episode 9, The Tipping Point. So, of course, we pick right back up at the fight. They show it all over again, like from beginning up until the completion of the fight. Of course, we see Candiace twirling around, mimicking Monique, and I honestly think both people were extremely fed up. I think Candiace was tired of walking away from Monique, being the bigger person and not wanting to argue. I believe Monique was just at a place when she was actually ready to blow up on somebody. She got a lot going on. Stuff is going on in her marriage. Stuff is going on with Candiace. Stuff is going on with her friendships. So I just feel like she was in a place where she was already on edge. And I think she's sick of Candiace running her mouth. I think Candiace is sick of Monique. And she gets closer to her. Monique says, "Get your hand out my face." And she's like, so she does it again. And Monique's like, "Look, get your hand out my face." So she's like, "What you gonna do? You gonna drag me?" Monique's like, "Do you want me to? You gonna drag me? Do you want me to? Drag me. Drag me." So Monique is like, she's asking her the whole time, "Do you want me to?" And Candiace is like, "Drag me." Okay, so I really think Candiace was calling her bluff, like you ain't about to do it, so I'm gonna just keep saying drag me. After she asked a couple of times, Gizelle pushes Monique back, or Robyn, one of them two, pushes Monique back, and Monique latches onto her hair and holds for dear life. This was hard for me to watch because I actually like Monique and I like Candiace. I mean, all over the internet you see, "Oh, I'm team Monique. Oh, I'm team Candiace." I'm on nobody's team. In my opinion, they both were wrong. But I mean, come on, let's be realistic. These are real people. So just because you got money, or you're on TV, or you are famous, does not mean you don't carry the same emotions that everybody else carry. Like, I hate when people do that. They hold them to a different standard. I had one person come at me like, "Well, they fought on Married to Medicine." Does that make it any better? Like, be for real. Monique snatched the girl hair, and from there, she did not let go, period. This has a wine glass in one hand, and she's holding on to her wig. And I guess she starts beating Monique with the glass. And that's how Monique ended up getting cut. I see so many people justifying both sides. To be honest, and I'm going to say this, I need y'all to be respectful in the comments. Because no two people are going to see this situation exactly the same. First of all, don't nobody actually know these women. Second of all, this is my channel, so we're going to keep it kosher in here. We're going to keep it respectful. You can say what you want in a respectful manner. Most likely not everybody's going to agree. But come on, y'all, these are real people. So if you're trying to say, "Oh, well, she shouldn't have snapped off because she was in her face," unfortunately, she called her bluff, and she was not bluffing. I love Monique and I love Candiace. But I'm sorry. Candiace told her to do it. Monique could have walked away. Monique could have backed up. Monique could have just been like, "You know what? I'm not going to stoop this low with you." But again, Monique is stressed out. She's under pressure. It is what it is. In my opinion, they are both wrong. Again, like, I don't know how many times I can say that. They are both wrong. I mean, the glass was gone, and Monique was still just holding on to the girl's hair. She started wailing on her in her head about 5 times, and I'm like, I'm just sitting in shock watching this. I feel like Monique took every ounce of her frustration out on Candiace. I don't think it all has something to do with Candiace. I don't. I feel like Monique is just under stress, under pressure in general, in life, in real life. And people are trying to hold them to a standard that's unfair. in real life, please put down in the comments if somebody is purposely trying to provoke you and y'all had a friendship and the friendship ran deep the way theirs did. Tell me what you would do. Because I think it's so much, and it happens so often, that people are sitting at home being judgmental about these people as if they're not normal people. Monique had a moment. Monique lashed out. Monique latched onto her hair. It is what it is. Candiace was tired. Candiace started flying off at the mouth because she was tired of walking away from Monique. You ever been bullied? Eventually, you're going to blow up. I'm not saying that Monique was bullying Candiace. I'm just saying every time Candiace came around, she kept bringing up the same thing over and over. So Candiace got tired of walking away. It is what it is, y'all. So while this is going on, Karen is behind Monique and she's trying to say, let her go, Monique. Let her go. We hear Wendy. Wendy is screaming to the top of her lungs. I don't know if Wendy was scared, if she thought she was going to hurt Candiace. I don't know what that was. But Wendy was frantic. I don't know what was up, but the security, I don't know if they just didn't have security or what was going on. There was no security there. It was only the producers. So they could not get Monique off of her. Karen is trying to calm Monique down. Let her go, Monique. Let her go, Monique. And it was just a hot mess. It was a lot happening at the same time. Emotions was flying all over the place. Who's at fault? They both are. They both are at fault, to be honest. I see it like this. If you had a friendship that didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, and y'all are no longer cool, right? And you got to be around this person, okay? You're either going to make a decision to call it quits completely, or you're going to be cordial, okay? Now, if you're going to be cordial, then you have to do just that. You cannot allow yourself to be taken to that next level if you're going to be cordial. But if you just straight up say, you know what, I'm done with her. I don't care. It's over. It's done. I'm about to beat her down. That is not being cordial. So apparently that's where Monique is. Monique don't want to be cordial. Monique want to give her everything she feel like she deserves for what she done, Chris done, the Sharice did, and everybody else. Is it right? No. But I believe that's truly what's going on. Candiace looked like she had been in a tornado. And to be honest, I couldn't help but think like, dang, who do her hair? That wig did not come off. But whoever do her hair, honey, they do her hair because that hair stayed on her head after all of that. It's still an unfortunate situation. So once they get them apart, take Monique off into the hall, into the stairwell actually. So Candiace is now furious. When she let her go, Candiace was kind of like a little delirious, like she was kind of looking out, like she was out of it for a second. And I'm like, is she about to pass out? But then she started kind of smiling like, oh, okay, so this what she do. Candiace started saying, get that hood rat B out of here. So when Monique is in the hallway and she hears that, she tries to get back out there. So the producers would not let her get back out there. Like, no, you don't need to do this. No, what I'm going to do is whoop her A. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to whoop her A. She been asking for it for a year. Now, let me ask y'all this. If a person that you have to be around continually keeps saying things like, that, I mean, you can take it as far as saying, if somebody keeps saying slap me, or whatever the case may be, if somebody keeps telling you that and they keep saying it in a moment when they're heated and all the emotions are flying, would you take them up on that offer if you are having the worst day, if you are stressed, if you feel like you already on the edge and somebody say that? Do you think you would take them up on that offer and just haul off? Like, we're all human. There is no perfect person walking this earth. So I really want to know, people are really looking at this situation and they are really judging, like for real judging, like they have never seen, heard, anything out of character like this. What gets me is that people really try to sit back and say, as black women, we shouldn't be doing this. You know what? I feel like as women or people in general, it shouldn't be done. So don't put more pressure on somebody who is African American versus Caucasian or whoever else that be fighting up on Housewives. And it's not a good thing. But again, I will say they both were wrong. Monique says she's going to go around the producer, since he won't let her back in the room. So Monique hauls it down the stairs. She comes outside and she starts running. And the producers catch her. I don't know if she was running for Candiace or if she was just running to go try to get her purse. I really don't know. But they were holding her and Candiace was gone. She's like, exactly. So get off of me. Like, why are y'all hemming me up, holding me up when she's gone? Like, what? I think that the producers thought she was going to go after Gizelle. That's what I think. Let me point this out, y'all. Gizelle and Robyn was in that corner and not moving. Did y'all notice that? They didn't go ask Monique nothing. And you know how they like to instigate. They didn't ask her nothing. The only people that talked to Monique after that was Karen and Ashley. And she told her, hey, look, this is what happened. It is what it is. Y'all better not bring her around me because I'm a killer. Robyn chimes in, oh, now we're killing her. Beef is between Candiace and Monique. So really, everybody can sit here and say who's at fault and who's not. But we don't know all the details. Did y'all notice that Robyn and Gizelle was off in that corner like they didn't want no smoke. They didn't want any of what Monique was serving out. But they are the main ones that stay running their mouth. Like, they stay stirring the pot. They stay in somebody else's business. Like, it's kind of sad. I didn't even want to watch it again, but I watched it again just so I can get my notes. Unfortunately, I don't think Candiace and Monique will ever become friends again. That's just something I have to accept because I don't like it. I want them to be friends. I want them to be able to kiki and laugh and joke. And I like them together. I like them and Karen. I like them all to be together. Candiace is on her way home and she calls her husband and she starts crying. She's like, you know what? Monique just tried to fight me. And he's like, what do you mean? She just tried to fight me. And I'm like, she didn't try to fight you, Candiace. It seemed like Candiace didn't fight back. And I don't know if it's just she couldn't fight back because of the way she was lean. I don't know. But Candiace is embarrassed by the whole situation because she feels like she don't want to be categorized as another black woman fighting on reality TV. It's sad how these stereotypes always happen against black people. While Monique and Karen are outside about to send Monique away, Gizelle and Robyn are getting the scoop from Ashley because they wouldn't dare ask Monique themselves what happened. Robyn and Gizelle blames Monique solely for this situation and how it happened. Do y'all agree with that? Do y'all agree that this is solely on Monique and Monique is the cause, Monique is the blame? Who do you think is the main cause for this? Or is the blame equal on both sides? Leave that down in the comments. While Candiace is on the phone with her husband, she mentions, she's like, you know me, I'll talk trash all day, but I don't put my hands on people. To be honest, she need to reevaluate that. The situation was escalating really fast. And Candiace says that she don't want to be fighting and scrapping, looking like a ghetto hood rat. There is so many times that I have heard that, seen that, read that somewhere. That is the only thing that people can say about Monique. She ghetto. She a hood rat. Always ghetto or hood rat. Ghetto or hood rat. Maybe you think of it as a bad thing. But where some people are from, that just means you have hands. That means if anybody step to you, you can beat them down. That means that you're going to stand your ground regardless of who they are. That means you're not going to let anybody punk you down. So when people turn this around and say it as a negative, it can be a negative depending on the situation, But in a situation of a fight, you get up and say, you know, she's a hood rat. People have habit of calling people out of their name too. That's what I've also noticed that. Maybe you need to change how you operate as an adult. Maybe you don't need to run your mouth as much if you're not willing to defend yourself when it comes down to something happening. Because everybody's not going to react the same way as you know, when you're talking to them like that. Everybody's not going to just walk away. Everybody's not going to just tell you to be quiet or, you know, get your life, whatever. Some people are going to take you up on just exactly what you asked them to do. Monique probably said, forget the show. I'm going to tear her completely up. And that's probably why she ran outside. She's like, you know what? I already fought her, so now let me finish. So Monique is on her way home, and she called Chris and said she just got into a fight with Candiace. And he's like, what? That's embarrassing. And Monique's like, embarrassing for who? Monique has no remorse, no regrets, I think Monique wish she had gotten her more. Because I think Monique is like at the place where she's like, look, you've been asking me to drag you for a year. Now, it's a done deal. I don't care if I get kicked off the show. I don't need the show. I don't need any of this. All I know is I'm tired of your mouth. So, I mean, it boils down, you know, Karen is upset. Karen is saying they're both wrong. She hates to see them fighting like this. And I agree with Karen. I mean, come on. They're both good people. They're both, you know, very beautiful women. And for it to happen between them two, I hate it so much that it happened between them two. Like, come on. So we move on. We see Gizelle and the girls. They're going to Atlanta to be there for their relaunch for the restaurant, Arizona's. And she calls up Robyn. And, you know, she's just rehashing what happened. And Robyn says that Monique looked like she was possessed when she reached out and was grabbing her. Robyn, don't put that on her. All I know is when you're mad to that point, you are going to look crazy in the face because you're on a whole nother level. The logic is gone. Gizelle says that Monique got a lot of explaining to do. Point out that no explanation has to be given to anybody on the show. And if she's going to talk to somebody, most likely it's going to be Karen. It's not going to be anybody else. Could be Ashley too, but I feel like she would go to Karen first. Why she feel like somebody need to explain something to her, I don't know. But Gizelle need to back down like she did when she was going off. She stood in that corner with her mouth shut. So we see Candiace, and Chris is making her tea, and Candiace is like, her forehead is sore. She don't feel like anything is wrong as far as needing to go to a doctor or anything. She just feels like she's just tender. She's really upset and hurt because she feels like she has apologized over and over and over. Yet Monique attacked her, which I don't call it an attack. Monique fought her and purposely tried to hurt her. Yeah, Monique did purposely try to hurt her. She really did. So overall, Candiace is completely confused on how that happened. We skip over. We see Ray and Karen. She's getting ready for his birthday. She says she don't do it often. She needs to cook for Ray, but she got a chef coming over to help her. She's going to cook him some Chilean sea bass. And I know that Karen likes Chilean sea bass, so I'm a little like, okay, I hope Ray likes Chilean sea bass too, because that's a little messed up if you made your dinner that you like for him for his birthday. So Karen is trying to get Ray back in the groove of being her husband, her boo, her lover. And the stuff she's trying is not working. But Ray did like to get up, you know, her kitchenware with her little sexy attire and her apron. And he said, you look good in the kitchen. I like that outfit. So she knows what Ray likes that turns him on, but she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to be in the kitchen cooking. Because her kids are grown, she feels like, hey, we can just order food. We can get a chef to come in, whatever you want to do. But I don't feel like I need to be in the kitchen cooking. It is what it is. So she realized they have more issues than what they thought, and she needs a life coach or somebody to come in that's not a therapist, because they don't really believe in the therapist thing. So she got someone, a radio host, to come in, who queen of pillow talk and getting your man back in you all working back together as a couple. I really want Ray and Karen to work out. We're at Monique's house. Monique is doing her daughter's hair, washing her hair, and ask her how she want her hair done and everything. So she starts doing her daughter's hair, Melania, and she starts talking to Chris about, the event that transpired last night. So Chris is just like, you shouldn't be fighting. It's ridiculous. And Monique is like, well, I don't really care about image. He's like, no, I know you don't, but I do. At this point, Monique feels how she feels. There is no regret about it. Monique feels like Candiace pops off and runs her mouth at everybody, and her mom should have popped her a long time ago. Monique thinks that Candiace is completely crazy. I honestly feel like they both got a little bit of crazy in them. I feel like Monique is crazy for tucking all this stuff away in boxes on shelves, as she call it, these little imaginary boxes, and that she store on a shelf until one of them fall over. I think that's crazy. And I think Candiace is just crazy because of the mental damage her mom has done. Like, I think they're both a little off. Like, so Chris says that y'all are grown women and y'all can't even hang out without fighting. Chris is disgusted with the whole situation. So we see Gizelle and the girls. They're meeting up with her dad, and they're going out to have breakfast. And she tells her dad, they're at the restaurant. She tells her dad about Jamal buying the girls a restaurant in their name so that they'll have property, they'll have ownership, things to equity. And he was like, that's good. It's good to own things. And she sends the girls away, and she's like, I have to tell you something. Me and Jamal are trying to get the family back together. And she's like, I know that, there's going to be some reservations, but at some point we got to move forward and let some things go. It gets revealed that her father did not come to her wedding. And she said it's because of, it's pretty much because of the situation that they're in, they were in the past. So apparently he was cheating on her before they got married. She decided to still continue to be with him, and her dad could not support it, so he did not come to the wedding. She just put it out there. If there is going to be another wedding, I need you there. I need your support, and I need you. He said, I'll walk you down the aisle. I will be there. So Gizelle is like, she's cool now. She got her dad's support. We see Ashley. Ashley is exhausted because Ashley is solely the one doing everything for Dean in the middle of the night. Ashley's happy that nobody is talking about her and Michael because of Monique and Candiace situation. I feel bad for Ashley because I feel like she's solely raising this baby, even though he's there, but on a distant type of there. Like, he's there, but he won't be getting up in the middle of the night to check on baby Dean. It'll be always Ashley. And that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. They're talking about their relationship, and Michael's saying, things really changed when baby Dean came about. Their intimacy and sex and all of that. I honestly just feel like, just like seasons back, Michael said he did not want a baby. Now they're going to have two. I think Michael knew why he didn't want a baby, because he wants nothing to do with the late nights and the midnight bottle feedings, the 3 a.m. bottle feedings, or whatever they are. Michael wants nothing to do with that. He wants Ashley and just Ashley. He wants all her time and attention. Well, Ashley's very smart. She decided to talk to him and say, hey, let's talk about, I wanted to think about doing a post-nuptial agreement. And he's like, pretty much to protect me and Dean in the event that you go out and do something else that you said you were not going to do. So Ashley is setting her ducks up in a row. And Michael was like, okay, we can visit that. We see Gizelle and the girls. They are doing the walkthrough and everything they need in order to get fulfilled on how the restaurant runs, what the recipes are, through and through, learning the business. I don't understand why they're learning it on the relaunch day. why wouldn't they be there before, just to make sure they don't look, I mean, they're going to look amateurish because they're children and they're still learning. But I don't feel like their first time being hands-on should be on the launch night. I feel like they should have been doing that at least a week before, so they can kind of know what to do. But in Gizelle's confessional, she was asked, how many kids does Jamal have? And Gizelle said, that's a situation I'm not speaking on because it's not fair to the kid and it's not fair to the mother. Gizelle speak on everybody else, though. It is her relationship. She don't have to explain nothing to nobody. I can see both sides of everything. Like, I can see both sides of everything. Gizelle's like, look, we going forward with this. I'm not dabbling in the mess when it comes down to my relationship. Karen is setting up for the radio host to come in, and she thought Ray was going to help her with that, but apparently not. So they starts talking with her, and Ray, it was brought out that, Ray used to get excited real quick. Now it's like Ray needs an entire hurricane to get him excited, and not just you blowing like Karen used to do. So one of the things that Karen doesn't like about him is that he snores. And she said it's to the point where she can't get any sleep. Well, Ray says that he don't like that Karen is too busy now. He also said that, she used to cook more. She doesn't cook a lot now. Karen says that she doesn't feel like Ray is dating her. That is a sad place to be in when you are with somebody, just a relationship, dating, married, whatever. To feel like the person is just there, that's sad, because somebody has mentally checked out. That's all I can say. And that's scary. So I understand Karen. She's like, oh no, we got to fix this. We got work to do. So Karen was asked, are you in love with Ray? And she's absolutely in love with Ray. Everybody knows it except Ray. That was her response. And Ray was asked, are you in love with Karen? He said he think he is. But Karen's not the person she used to be back, 20 years ago. So he doesn't really know. So, the host thanks them both for being very honest. That's one of the hardest parts of the sessions. And, Karen walks her to the door and everything. And Karen's like, you know what? I told you to be honest, but I don't have to like what you said. Karen goes upstairs. Karen is almost having a panic attack. She asked the producers to take her mic off. We hear her voice quivering. She's like, I need to breathe. I need to breathe. I need to breathe. That's a gut blow. Like, to find out you've been with somebody 23 years and he may not love you. He doesn't know whether he loves you. In my opinion, if you don't know, that's a no. So Karen is like, wait, this is way deeper than I thought. So she's not cool with it at all. The relaunch party, and it's the girls, Gizelle, Jamal, and Gizelle's dad. They're all sitting at the table, but they're eating a dessert, and Gizelle sends the girls back to work. All right, you girls, trying for y'all to go back to work. So they go back to work, and it's just Jamal, Gizelle, and her dad. So Gizelle tells Jamal, my dad said that, he's happy for us. And I'm like, no, Gizelle, that's not what he said. He said that he want you to do whatever makes you happy. He never said that he was happy for the both of you together. Like, her dad is in support of her and wants to support his baby girl with whatever she desires. But he's still not feeling Jamal. He's really not. So when she tells him that, her dad is like, okay, I'm going to get up and go to the bathroom. And he goes down that hall and he's like, take my mic off. I'm done. She wants to go back down this road again. Why? Why does she want to go back down this road again? He got 6, 7 baby mamas. Do you think that's the right way to go? No. So her dad is telling her one thing, and I think that's how he really want it to be. But inside, he's not cool with that. He's really not cool with that. So he's bothered. And he wants to go. He wants to take the mic off and be done with it. Y'all, that's how the episode ended. Please leave your comments down in the comment box. Y'all, it's a lot to talk about. Please be respectful. I mean, these are real life scenarios, real life situations. But let me say this one more thing. You know how some things are rigged on Bravo? Some fights are set up, some stuff is set up. I found it very confusing that Ashley had just told them that there was a chance she could be pregnant, right? Last episode. And she just happened to be away at the time the fight broke out. I found that to be very strange. And according to Candiace, they did not edit this fight at all. So what do y'all think was up with that? I need y'all to put that down in the comments. Do y'all think that something was set up in this? Maybe not the fight, but something? Tell me down in the comments. It's a lot of stuff to talk about this time. All right, y'all. Until next time. Bye.